Hello, Magic players. It's Corntime60 back again to check out some Brothers War cards, and today I'm looking at all the black cards. You're not getting much more intro than that. It is 8 a.m. I just woke up a little while ago, made my coffee, did the dishes, and now it's time to look at some Magic cards. Ashnod, Flesh Mechanist. 1-drop 1/1 Death Touch. Alright. Whenever it attacks, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, create a Power Stone token. Okay. Good with things like Ophiomancer and Jadar. Alright, 5. Exile a creature card from your graveyard. Create a tap 3/3 colorless zombie artifact creature token. Not super duper. Well, but it's just already a 1-drop 1/1 Death Touch, and ramping is good. So, yeah, it's pretty good. Alright, Ashnod's Intervention. Listen, Duck. Gix is everywhere, playing every side. Mishra won't listen, but perhaps Urza will. Is Ashnod not on the evil side? I'm a little confused. Alright, until end of turn, target creature gets +2/0 and gains when this creature dies or is put into exile. Return it to its owner's hand. It's not super duper, but it's okay. Okay, combat trick. Battlefield Butcher. Okay, 3 mana, 1/4. 5 tap, each opponent loses 2 life. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each creature card in your graveyard. What? Each opponent loses 2 life. 1 less to activate. So if you have 5 creature cards in your graveyard, this is a free tap, shock the opponent. That dude seems really strong and limited, actually. Carrion Locust, 3 mana, 2/1 flying. When it enters the battlefield, exile target card from opponent's graveyard. If it was a creature card, that player loses 1 life. Should also have you gain 1 life. Not great. Corrupt. Wait, really? Corrupt? Deals damage to any target equal to the number of swamps you control, you gain life. Yep. The Gixians. They're corrupting him. Alright, that's a good card. I already know Corrupt is a good card. If you're in mono black, it's very strong. Alright, Diabolic Intent, 2 mana. As an additional cost to cast it, sacrifice a creature. Search your library for a card, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Oh wow, we have a Demonic Tutor. Wait, this is a reprint, isn't it? Diabolic Intent, yep, it's an older card. That's cool. That's gonna be worth money. Disciples of Gix. Phyrexian Human, 6 mana, 4/4. When it enters, search your library for up to 3 artifact cards, put them into your graveyard, then shuffle. I guess in Limited that could be good because there's so many artifacts that have Unearth. Yeah. Pretty cool. Not super duper, but pretty cool. Disfigure, good old removal. Snap of metal like a strike of lightning. The tide of war shifted in Mishra's favor. I can't really tell what's going on in the art. It's like this dragon thing is falling apart, but I don't know. Good card. Good card. Dreams of Steel and Oil. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose an artifact or creature card from it. Then choose an artifact or creature card from their graveyard. Exile those cards. Pretty good. Decent Thoughtseize. Not perfect Thoughtseize, but decent Thoughtseize. Mishra's Nightmares of Phyrexia rang with screams of agony and groans of twisted metal. Very cool. Emergency Weld. 2 mana. Return target artifact or creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Create a 1/1 colorless soldier token. Okay. A lot of bring stuff back from the graveyard cards. Alright, Fateful Handoff. Draw cards equal to the mana value of target artifact or creature you control. An opponent gains control of that permanent. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Alright, moving on. Gix, Yawgmoth Praetor. Oh, it's Gix. Alright, 3 mana, 3/3. There's no way he can compare to Sheoldred. 3 mana, 3/3. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to one of your opponents, its controller may pay 1 life. If they do, they draw a card. Okay. 7. Discard X cards. Exile the top X cards of target opponent's library. You may play lands and cast spells from among cards exiled this way, without paying their mana cost. Okay, so if you pay 7 mana and discard 4 cards, you get to play your opponent's top 4. That doesn't seem that good. Because you're giving up playing your cards to play their cards. I guess, but you can also pay life and draw. We'll see how that goes. Seems like it could be good, mainly just for the top paragraph, but time will tell. Gix's Caress. Our opponent reveals their hand, you choose an online card from it, that player discards that card, create a Power Stone. Easy enough. Gix's Command. Very cool art. Very cool art. 5 mana, choose 2, put 2/+1 counters on a creature, it gets lifelink, destroy each creature with power 2 or less. Very cool. Return 2 creature cards from your graveyard to your hand, or each opponent sacrifices a creature they control with the highest power. Seems pretty solid. If you get back 2 creature cards and board wipe, or you get back 2 creature cards and they sacrifice something, like, this is very much a 3-for-1. Or can be, at least. Alright, Gixian Infiltrator, 2 mana, 2/1. Whenever you sacrifice another permanent, put a +1 counter on it. Very solid. Very, very solid. Like, in Limited, this is a pretty solid 2-drop. Even better than the one that says if you drew 2 cards, I think. My master's plan runs as sure and steady as the oil in my veins. That's pretty brutal. Gixian Puppeteer, 4 mana, 4/3. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, your opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Whenever it dies, return another target creature card with CMC 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Yeah, to some desecration. To Gix, decoration. Seems okay. I mean, it replaces itself when it dies, and if you manage to draw 2 cards a turn for a while, that does some things. Alright, onward. Gixian Skullflayer. Okay. The beginning of your upkeep, if there are 3 or more creature cards in your graveyard, put a +1. The creature cards in graveyard theme seems really strong. Yeah, I mean, yeah. This seems really strong, actually. This, it seems like something you should definitely pick when you're drafting. Alright, 9 Vermin. When it enters, target player mills 2 cards. When it dies, target creature gets -1/-1. 1 mana, 1/1. Pretty cool. Easy enough. Go for the Throat is back. Alright, cool, cool, cool. Yeah. When Titania offered peace, Urza merely turned her down. Mishra made her people pay for the insult. Yeah. Gruesome Realization. Choose 1, you draw 2 cards and lose 2, or creatures your opponents control get -1/-1. Mishra was gone. All that remained was a machine wearing his face. Brutal. Alright, Gurgling Anointer. 3 mana, 1/3. Redraw your second card each turn, put a +1 counter on it. When it dies, return another target creature card with mana value less than or equal to its power from the graveyard to the battlefield. Okay, I mean, these draw 2 card effects are too much in every color. Hostile Negotiations. Exile the... Wait, that's a lot of text. 4 mana instant. Exile the top 3 cards of your library in a face-down pile, then exile the top 3 cards of your library in another face-down pile. Look at the cards in each pile, then turn a pile of your choice face up. An opponent chooses one of those piles, put that pile into your hand, and the other into your graveyard. You lose 3 life. Is this like a better Fact or Fiction? Am I understanding that right? This is a better Fact or Fiction. This is nuts. If you're a control deck... Like, that is value for days. I mean, I guess Memory Deluge is probably still better, because of the flashback and you not losing life, but yeah. Seems really strong. Alright, onward. But it's a rare, so kind of a non-issue in draft. Alright, Killzone Acrobat, fun name. 3 mana, 3/2. Whenever Killzone Acrobat attacks, you may sacrifice another creature or artifact. If you do, it gains flying. It's okay. It's okay. Misery's Shadow, not Death's Shadow. 2 mana, 2/2. If a creature an opponent controls would die, exile it instead, and it has the Shade ability. But not even for black, for colorless. Seems pretty strong. Moment of Defiance. Target creature gets +2/+1 and gains lifelink until end of turn. Draw a card. Decent combat trick. No One Left Behind. 5 mana. The spell costs 3 less to cast if it targets a creature card with mana value 3 or less. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Dying for the cause is overrated. I like that flavor text. That's fun flavor text. So it's 2 mana to get back something that's 3 or less. That's pretty cool. Alright, onward. Overwhelming Remorse. 5 mana. 1 less to cast for each creature card your graveyard. Exile target creature planeswalker. Well, that's great. It's better than Feed the Serpent. I mean, if you have even 2 creature cards in your graveyard, it's a 3 mana removal spell. This is really strong. The art's ugly. I don't like it. But Mishra kept running and never once looked back. Damn. I don't know the whole plot line. But yeah, this seems strong. Painful Quandary is back. I run this in EDH. Mishra's desperation to destroy his brother, he allowed Gix to destroy him instead. So is that what happened? Mishra went to the Phyrexians for the power to destroy Urza, but instead Gix got him. Cool. Painful Quandary's back. Power Stone Fracture. 2 mana as an additional cost to cast it. Sacrifice an artifact or creature. Destroy target creature or planeswalker. Yeah, pretty intense. This is pretty good. Alright, Ravenous Gigamole. That's silly. 4 mana, 2/3. When it enters, mill 3. You may put a creature card from among the cards milled this way into your hand. If you don't, put a +1 counter on Ravenous Gigamole. So it's either a 4 mana 3/4 or a 4 mana 2/3 that lets you get a creature back. Pretty good. Thraxodemon. Alright, let's do things in order, though. Thran Vigil. Hey, look, it's the Surge Engine. 2 mana enchantment. Whenever one or more artifacts and or creature cards leave your graveyard during your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Okay. So if you have anything that exiles things from your graveyard, or brings them to the battlefield, or brings them to your hand, this thing will put +1 counters on stuff. Weird that it's not a creature. It looks like it should be a creature, but... Yeah. Alright, onward. Thraxodemon. 2 mana, 2/2. Demon. Urza and Mishra weren't the only denizens of Terracer to covet the Power Stone's energy. Sacrifice another creature or artifact, draw a card. Very solid. Very, very solid. This thing, Thraxodemon with, where is he? With Gixian Infiltrator, seems really good, especially if you have things that make Power Stone tokens. Alright, Trench Stalker is a beast horror. 5 mana, 4/5. As long as you've drawn 2 or more cards, it has Death Touch and Lifelink. Seems legit. Alright, onward. Ashnod's Harvester, 2 mana, 3/1. Whenever it attacks, exile a card from a graveyard, unearth for 2. I can get behind that. Seems strong. Not super duper, right? But pretty strong. Clay Revenant, 1 mana, 1/2, enters tapped. Cool art. Very cool art. 3, return it from your graveyard to your hand. Not quite reassembling skeleton. But because it's an artifact, that might make it better. See, like, if you drafted Clay Revenant, Thraxodemon, and Gixian Infiltrator together, then you've got like a real draft deck there. And that's just with mono black. Alright, Dredging Claw. 2 mana, equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/0 and has menace. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield from your graveyard, you may attach Dredging Claw to it. Weird. Goring Warplow. Hello, Wayne Reynolds. I see you there. Wayne Reynolds is my favorite Magic artist. And I know he does Pathfinder stuff and whatnot too, but I really like his Magic art. Alright, so 6 mana, 5/4 Death Touch, or a 2 mana, 1/1 Death Touch. Alright. Phyrexian Flesh Gorger. 7 mana, 7/5 Menace Lifelink, or a 3 mana, 3/3 Menace Lifelink. Already great. Ward, pay life equal to its power. I mean, even as a 3 mana, 3/3, that's really strong. I like it. I mean, it's no Wormcoil Engine, but it's good. Alright, Razorlash Transmogrant. 2 mana, 3/1 Artifact Zombie. Can't block. Pay 6, return it from your graveyard to the battlefield with a +1 counter on it. This ability costs 4 less to activate if an opponent controls 4 or more non-basic lands. So if they have a bunch of non-basics, you can pay 2 and bring it back with a +1 counter. Seems good. Scrapwork Rager. It's the new Phyrexian Rager. 4 mana, 2/2. When it enters, you draw a card and lose a life. Unearth for 4. Okay, that's cool. Transmogrant Altar. 3 mana. Oh no, a new altar. Black, tap, sacrifice a creature, add 3 colorless. 2, tap, sacrifice a creature, create a 3/3 colorless zombie artifact creature token, activate only as a sorcery. Black, tap, sacrifice a creature, add 3. So, you play this on turn 3. Turn 4, you have 6 mana if you have a creature to sacrifice. Seems okay. Transmogrant's Crown. Look at all that glistening oil. Equipped creature gets +2/+0. Whenever equipped creature dies, draw a card. Oh, look, they tried to balance, Mindcrank, or whatever it is. No, not Mindcrank. What's it called? Skull Clamp. They tried to balance out Skull Clamp by making it cost more. And by making it not kill the creature. But it's still kind of a Skull Clamp effect, which means it's kind of nuts. Alright, very cool, very cool. So, overall with Black, obviously some of the mythics are really powerful, but my top picks are going to be the Clay Revenant, Thraxodemon, and Gixian Infiltrator. I think those are powerful. Wasn't there one that said whenever you sacrifice something, make a, excuse me. Wasn't there something that said whenever you sacrifice something, you make a, Power Stone? Maybe not. Maybe I imagined it. Yeah, maybe I just imagined that. If such a card existed, that would be cool. And Overwhelming Remorse is really good removal. I do like the sacrifice theme, though. Anyway, that's it for this video. Next up, I guess, is gonna be Red. Anyway, peace out, y'all.